So if you've clicked on this, please don't watch this. This is nothing you don't know, stuff we've talked about. I don't want to bring you down or for you to worry. So enjoy your trip in LA and I'll see you when you're back. Love ya. I don't know where to start today actually. I just thought I haven't just chatted to you in a while, apart from in the last vlog I posted, and I should probably update you. You might notice I'm in a different environment, so I thought I should well, I'll just tell you why. Yeah, so God, I literally don't know what to say or how to say it. Yeah, so maybe I shouldn't do this. It's been an emotional roller coaster this last month. So yeah, I've had the joy of weddings, devastation of funerals, work stresses beyond belief, illness, all sorts of things. So I thought I'd just chat, and this probably is more for me than you, to be honest. So let's just start last Saturday. So last Saturday I was out in Primrose Hill with Si and our friends celebrating Zoe, which is Fraser's girlfriend's birthday. So we're having a lovely vegetarian meal. But I was already feeling a little bit dodgy that day. I had the few days previous to that really bad diarrhea. But actually I think on that day it started to turn more into constipation. And I was getting kind of the feeling of a period, even though it wasn't a period, like cramping, that sort of, that heavy feeling you get in your tummy. And also I felt like it was the start of cystitis. I've only had cystitis once in my life, when I was on holiday in Las Vegas when I was like a teenager. But it felt that sort of thing, you know, when you just need to go to the toilet all the time, even though you've just been. Yeah, so that started and it was really uncomfortable. I tried to last as long as I could because, you know, Si doesn't get to hang out in London with his mates very often, and same with me, because we try and save money and because we live in Surrey. So we really wanted to make the most of the day and have a really nice time, but it was quite uncomfortable. Actually, that night was the terror attacks in London, and we were on the tube when it happened. So when we got out of the tube, we saw everything on our phones, and that was awful, wasn't it? I don't think... Oh, it's just... The world feels a bit surreal right now, doesn't it? It's a bit of a scary place. But the next day I was still feeling a bit crappy, so I just got some cystitis medicine and finished the dose, and I wasn't any better. Anyway, in the meantime, work stuff was pretty full on. Obviously it was download the weekend ahead. So in my head I had lots of things to sort out. I still hadn't sorted out hotel and travel because I was waiting on a lot of people who I was relying on to help finance that sort of thing. So I was waiting for payments to come through, some deals, etc. So I had to hold off on booking things. So I was getting a bit stressed about that. And then there's a case of, do I schedule interviews, do I not? Have the people that said they're going to schedule interviews done that? And so there's a lot of emailing and to and fro and lots of stuff going on. So basically what I'm saying is I was very sidetracked with work and was trying to carry on working even though I was feeling really, really quite poorly. And because some money hadn't come through that would have funded download, I manically tried to do some sponsored work, some blog jobs, and managed to secure a couple which would have contributed quite well to paying for my download hotel. So that meant going to Kingston one day and taking pictures of me shopping for a Father's Day blog post. That day I was in a hell of a lot of pain, and I was kind of like copied down like that, walking around, having to go to the toilet every 5 minutes even though I didn't actually need to go. But because I was so desperate for the money, I did it and had to just fake look okay in the pictures and just get through it. And then Thursday was due to be my PIP disability assessment, the face-to-face one. I'd done all the form, and then a few weeks later you should hear back, and then you get an appointment which you have to try and stick to. And yeah, Thursday was due to be my appointment. I was feeling really ill, but I didn't want to cancel because I didn't want to harm my chances of that working out for me and just helping me out a bit. So I had the PIP assessment, which I'll maybe do a video about. I know a lot of you want to know how that is and what happens, etc. So I'll do that. And I said to my parents, when I'm in the PIP assessment, please can you book me a doctor's appointment for that day, so I can go to doctor's later, because I just couldn't deal with how uncomfortable I was. At that point my lower back was so sore and I was still needing to pee constantly, which is a horrible feeling. Anyway, after I came out of the PIP assessment, my parents picked me up and I just said, I can't take it anymore, can we go to the walk-in centre? So I went with Mum to the walk-in centre. As you guys know, you usually have to wait a hell of a long time. So that was an excruciating wait, and of course when I took my urine sample, I of course dropped the what do you call them? The sample things. Anyway, I dropped it and cracked it, so I had to then decant my wee into another specimen thing. Typical me. Anyway, finally got in. I had a really lovely nurse. Fortunately, she took my temperature was up, but it was my pulse she was most worried about. It was really, really fast, really, really high, like way into the hundreds, and that was obviously resting, so that was a bit worrying. So she was like, I'm wondering whether you should go straight to A&E, because if it's a kidney infection, which she thought it is, there's a chance I've left it too long and it's gone into the system, and obviously there's a danger of sepsis, and that's what she was worried about, because she took my heart rate a couple times more, or maybe one more time, and it hadn't slowed, so she was really worried. She gave me some medication. I said, please can I just go home and see if these antibiotics, you know, calm everything down, and I promise if I get any worse I'll go straight to A&E. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to talk about this today because I was in a lot of pain. I was clearly very unwell, and I prioritised sorting out going to a festival, not letting people down, sticking to my obligations, dealing with things that I shouldn't have to because I've been let down by other people, and I neglected my health and actually put myself in a big amount of danger there. So I'm upset. It's just been a horrible week. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a wake-up call, and I think I'm going to talk about, you know, the wake-up call I've had in another video, but it's just basically about how, you know, I've spent 8 years working within an industry, working my ass off, unpaid, and just how I realised that I shouldn't have really. I could have used my time and energy in a lot better way, and I'm just kind of realising that now, that, you know, chasing something that really, I don't know, I think I've been chasing something that was never going to happen, and I'm never going to be appreciated doing what I do or have been doing, and I could have done something much more valuable that would have helped a lot of people. I'm starting to think I would have liked to have trained to be a therapist, for example, or do something like that, or worked with charities. I don't know. I'm just really thinking hard about changes I need to make. But anyway, let me just carry on to explain why I'm here. This weekend I was well enough to, you know, leave the house for a little bit, just to sit somewhere else. So just went for a drive with Si and sat somewhere else anyway. Basically Sunday, something happened at home. There's been a bit of a fallout basically, so I've ended up just grabbing a bag of stuff and leaving, and it's just one of these things that's just, you know, just blown out of proportion and just got a bit out of hand probably. But yeah, I grabbed some stuff and just went to Si's mum's, and then yesterday I just went back to grab a few more things, just a few things, so you know, change of pants, some toiletries and some few worky bits, and I'm now at my friend Jen's house. she luckily is on holiday till Friday, so she said I could have the house. So I'm here on my own, and I think, well, I guess it feels a bit sad. It's probably good for me to have space and allow other people to have space, and I guess I can probably rest and get some recoup a bit, and yeah, it's just hard to do the work. So I had some art commissions I need to do, but obviously a lot of the stuff that I would usually have access to or need is at home, so I'm having to try and just work around that. I'm a bit isolated because obviously I usually rely on my parents and Si to drive me places, drive me to the printers, to the post office, to shops or whatever, or doctor's appointments. But Si left for LA this morning. He's there for a holiday this week. He's gone to see his friend Ben, who you might remember from the band. So yeah, that's the situation. Trying not to, I know it could be a whole lot worse, but it's, things feel a bit much at the moment. I've been coping actually quite well. It's only when I talk to you guys that I've gotten quite upset, I think. Obviously I had a bit of a meltdown with Si last week when it turned out, after all the efforts I put in and all the emails, that I wasn't going to be able to go to download due to financial reasons and my ill health. So I had a bit of a sad day that day, but on the whole I've been trying to keep going and try and, you know, still laugh. But yeah, I think because Simon's just left, I feel a bit stranded and alone. But I have some fabulous friends, and I know if I messaged them they'd be around here in a shot. And I know my friend Kelly's coming around tonight, and we'll have a good catch up and put the world to rights, and she'll give me a big cuddle and it'd be lovely. Yeah, my parents are wonderful people. This is just obviously a little glitch. Everyone's under a lot of stress, and sometimes people say things they don't mean and react in stronger ways than they might usually react. But this is the situation at the moment. So yeah, I don't know what work, how long. I don't know what's going to happen next few days, next few weeks. Everything might be fine by tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, I'm sorry. People keep saying to me that the reason you don't grow as a YouTuber is because you're not aspirational, you're not inspiring, because no one wants to be depressed and worrying about money, or living with their parents when they're pretty ancient and feeling as lost as I do. And I can see their point. They want to follow people that are proud of themselves, that acknowledge their achievements, that are confident, happy in the way they look, happy in their achievements, ambitious, you know, people that seem to be thriving. That's inspiring to people, and that's the sort of people want to watch, because they hope it's going to rub off on them. They hope that they can, you know, like, it's infectious. That's why. And I totally get that, but at the same time, I don't want to be fake, and I don't want to not be authentic. I don't want to tell you that I think what I do is amazing. I'm really happy and everything's going really well and I've done this really well and I've achieved this, because I don't feel like that, and I don't want to pretend I do. And so I feel like I don't know whether there's any point me keep continually talk to you guys and share with you the things that are going wrong. I don't think that's helpful to you or to me. But anyway, we'll talk about this more another time. I just wanted to catch up, tell you what's happening, and yeah, I'm feeling loads better. Oh, I'm honestly feeling loads better. My backache is so much better. I don't feel like I need to pee all the time. And yeah. Oh yeah, because I was so run down also, some impetigo came up as well. So that was a lovely added bonus. Apparently it's because I was so run down, it's flaring up. I don't know how these things work. The body's a weird thing. Anyway, hopefully the last remaining bit of crust will go for that as well. So that's it. Anyone else going through a tough time? I know loads of my friends are finding things hard for all different reasons, financial reasons, relationships, grieving. There's loads going on with lots of my friends. This is the nature of life. There are ups and downs, and sometimes there's a lot of downs. You just got to remain hopeful that, you know, a big up will be coming soon. So yeah, things are a little bit crappy, but I'll keep going. That's all you can do, isn't it? So yeah, I will go now. Yeah. Bye. Thanks for listening.